I'm Jess. I live on a lifestyle block in Henderson Valley with my family.
I'm Ira, I'm 22, I'm the oldest of 8 from rural North Canterbury.
I'm Nick, I'm 22, Ponce Shore boy, Kiwi, and I struggle with my identity. What I see as a true Kiwi is kind of like, I have in my mind this image of the outdoorsy kind of bloke, works on a farm, or it's like physical labour kind of DIY stubbies, gumboots, and here I am, I'm a Ponce Shore boy, wears chinos, collared shirts, physically not very strong, and so I don't see myself really fitting that mould that I see as a Kiwi bloke. So yeah.
It's weird, like my connection between my current culture and my heritage. There's a kind of shame about being a German, and I feel like our family immigrated from Germany to get away from being German, and we've kind of cut ourselves off intentionally from German culture and tradition.
I feel quite kind of in tune, I would say, with what my parents values, and I value the same thing. I feel quite blessed with my family, and like my family is where I get my culture from, I would say. As a child, I was always busily trying to be my own person, and my parents were always really encouraging that, which I'm really thankful for. I was a bit of a crazy child. They never put me down for anything that I did, and they were always happy for me to express who I am. And I think without them, I wouldn't have been able to find my identity and find who I am and who I want to be.
I think for me, my values differ to that of my parents. They're real big on jobs and money and job security, and that's something that I don't really get because money isn't so important in my life. I mean, it's nice to have money, but it's not really the end thing for me. I'm more of a laid-back kind of guy, and I think it's really important to do something that provides you with fulfillment, something that you really enjoy doing. I think it's really important to encourage people in their passions because I felt like mine weren't valued very much growing up. That's probably why I'm real big on sharing my love of history, and I think it's really important to encourage people to share their passions as well.
For a long time, I avoided tackling the topic of my identity. I feel really strongly that I am a Kiwi, but at the same time my German heritage bothered me. I felt that it was perceived as a negative thing by the culture around me. I tried really hard to be a typical Kiwi bloke. In some ways, this is exactly the same thing that my parents have done, breaking away from cultural heritage. On the positive side, I see that as quite a Kiwi thing to forge your own way and not be dictated by others. My parents really supported me in that, in providing opportunities to follow my own passions. Wrestling with my identity, I've realised that there is a connection to my heritage. That connection is my grandfather. He's a role model figure for me. He was not afraid of talking about what happened in the Second World War or Nazi Germany. He was also a school teacher and supported me in my passions. He was a model of what positive German values looked like. He was a very deep person, and yet he knew how to draw the line between being a German and what happened in Nazi Germany. The rawness of these medals represents his genuine perspective on life, and I'm really proud of him.
World War II and the Anzac narrative is something that's really important to me. My great-granddad Poppy served in the Divisional Cavalry of the 2nd New Zealand Division during World War II. He served in Greece, the Battle of Crete, and in North Africa, and was once wounded when his brain carrier hit a mine. The bravery and the sacrifices these young men made makes me really proud to call myself a Kiwi. The Anzac story is definitely where I connect with my heritage the most, and it definitely inspires me. Having my great-granddad's photo albums from the war really connects me to my family history and gives me a sense of belonging. And it's from this family history where I think I gain most of my values. There definitely is a kind of Anzac spirit, and I think a lot of who I am is just me trying to discover that spirit within myself. I'm very proud of my great-granddad and wish I got to know him more before he passed away. Our family is quite tied to the sea in the fact that we were quite a big boating family when I grew up. Any chance I get, I'll head to the beach and just muck around, have some fun. Close to the ocean is definitely where I feel most at home. My heritage is so embedded here that it's hard to see myself as anything other than a New Zealander. I hardly associate with my European heritage at all.
I feel connected with my cultural heritage. My mum grew up in Italy and she brought a lot of the Italian lifestyle home with her. Enjoying a meal together is part of our family culture. My granddad brought back an amazing pasta sauce recipe from Italy and it has been passed down through our family. The beach is my happy place. I go there quite often in the summer with family and friends. I went through a patch of depression when I was younger and I always felt like the beach mirrored my emotions. I feel like the beach has accompanied me on my life's journey. It's where I meet with God and it is an integral part of my identity, culture and worldview.
I bring my New Zealand culture and heritage to my worldview, but it's really my Christian faith that drives who I am. It gives me assurance that I'm valued as one of God's children.
Having strong relationships with people is a hugely important part of my worldview. This is because of my belief in Christ and his longing for relationship with me.
My worldview is currently in reconstruction. The German worldview, which values the quality of your contribution to society, and the Kiwi worldview with more emphasis on the quality of life, they're in tension with each other, but in grappling with both of them, I feel that I'm a richer person for it. Now I'm trying to combine the best of both cultures on a strong foundation of Christian worldview. As a teacher, I think it's important to create strong relationships with my students.
I want to provide them with opportunities to grow as individuals. I think it's important that they know that their thoughts and work are valued. This is valuable to me because of my family culture.
The support that my parents and also my grandfather showed for what was important to me communicated their belief that I could do anything that I set my heart on. As a teacher, I want to live out this belief. Any child, no matter what their culture or background, are capable of doing anything they set their heart on. I will show this by valuing what's important to them.
I think for me it's really important to recognise the value that each individual student brings to the class. I want to celebrate the diversity and passions and interests that my students have. Because of my own journey to forge my own path, I want to encourage my students to explore things for themselves. I'm Nick, I'm 22, and I'm proud of who I am and where I've come from.